Why? Why am I super blessed to not only be able to know the path, that's my toolbox, but be able to follow the path. That's my mindset. I said it wrong. Following the path is mindset. Knowing the path is tool set. Okay, all right, we got that out of the way. Thank you, universe. Although I must admit, as we journey to the next letter in our ongoing discussion of the ABCs of relationships, we're up to the letter I. And I actually don't do this so well. We've been talking about effective communication in our last post. We talked about the difference between hearing someone but feeling someone or listening. Okay, and what I shared with you is that in a hearing scenario, that's one sense. But when we are listening, we have multiple senses engaged. We are feeling their emotion, we're feeling their energy, and we are recognizing that communication is really 5% verbal and 95% nonverbal. So let's take it to another level. Let's talk about in communication, often things get miscommunicated because there's a sense of the blame game. And one way of mitigating the blame game is by using this technique, or its tool. It's not a technique. Called I statements. And again, I know this, I just don't do it as often as I should. And the essence of an I statement, good friends, is instead of you assuming a person is thinking one way or another, you take that stressor out of the element and you own it. And so what that might sound like is, when you do whatever that action is, I think, I feel, I believe. I need clarification from you. Am I accurate? And then that gives them the opportunity of setting their perspective in front of you so that, you can figure out where you guys are and how far are you away from, having common ground. I'm recently having a conversation. I'm going through a situation with a good buddy of mine from multiple years. And it seems like we might be on the verge of ending a business relationship, a joint venture agreement with some Airbnbs that he and I are partners on. And I'm assuming one thing, and he is assuming something completely different. And we're not on the same page at all. And one of the challenges I'm going to have for myself is to be in this I statement opportunity, because my version of what is going on clearly is very different from him. And that makes sense because we're in two different planes. He's dealing with a single piece. I'm dealing with multiple pieces. He's coming from a perspective of, what's the right word? I'm looking for the word. I'm not gonna find it. But we're just in very different places, and so my encouragement, guys, and my challenge to you guys is use I statements. I statements are really powerful. Are very powerful opportunities for you to get out of the blame game. And I want to encourage you to Google I statements. There's a specific way to use them. There's a way they discourage you from using them as well. But these are the things that we teach in our academy as we help overweight underpaid, extremely busy professionals get to the other side of themselves, get to the other side of being on autopilot for 95% of their day and not being intentional, not being mindful, and just eating whatever they just feels good, and taking the shortcuts, and not making the hard decisions, and not getting closer to their dream scenario. We address that in the academy, and we help people break out of the rut. Take care, good friends. God bless.